Hey everyone, my name is Ryan, and I'm a multimedia producer and freelancer on Upwork. Today I'm going to be answering the question, is Upwork worth it? And to best answer this question, I need to tell you a little bit about my story. Before I started freelancing on Upwork, I was an audio-video technician at a venue in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Even though I had a full-time job, I was always doing stuff on the side, like helping out with sound at other honky-tonks, or DJing here and there, or even playing bass in a band. Anything I could do to earn a little bit of extra money. And then the COVID-19 pandemic happened, and all live music halted. I was out of a job. And I started to think about how I could use my skills from home to make a career for myself while still in lockdown. And I quickly learned about Upwork from Googling "make money at home" or something like that. I'm sure a lot of you have a similar experience. When I first started looking into jobs on Upwork, I really wanted to be an audio engineer, produce podcasts or help with audiobooks. But what I learned when I started looking into the types of jobs that were available was that there was a very serious demand for voiceover and voice acting. I came from the world of audio, and I knew I had the equipment to do voiceover, but I didn't see myself doing that really. I'd never done it before. I didn't know if people would like my voice. I didn't really understand that world. All I knew was that there was a demand for this type of work that I could do, and so I gave it a shot. So I recorded myself doing voice actor training scripts from voices.com just to prove that I had a good microphone and added it to my portfolio. And eventually I landed my first contract, so let's take a look. Looking for a voice actor for YouTube top 10 videos, 1,850 words plus. Definitely not the highest paying job, $75 for 10 voiceover scripts. Honestly, just isn't a great rate, but I knew that I had to start building my profile and getting some contracts under my belt. What's important though is that I got great feedback from the client, 5 stars, a few nice words, this guy is amazing, great quality work with a fast turnaround time. I would definitely hire him again for sure. Once I had my first review, I started to invest more time into Upwork, and I looked up things like how to get started on Upwork or Upwork for beginners. And there was a lot of really great advice out there from other freelancers and even on the Upwork website about how to clean up your profile and, about the language and the etiquette that results in the best outcomes for freelancers. And to be honest, coming from the world of live sound and studio audio engineering, that was really helpful for me. I was really lost at first and I had a lot of difficulty navigating these spaces. So I fixed up my profile a bit and kept applying to more jobs, and eventually I landed my second contract. And let's take a look. I promise there's a point to this. The second contract. Quick one-line voiceover needed. Doesn't pay much, but... So from the title of this one, you can sense that it's not like bringing home the bread and retiring early kind of money, but at the time in my freelancing career, this was perfect. It was exactly what I needed. A quick job that I could do well and get another great review and further bolster my reputation on the platform. Now I'm going to show you my third contract that I ever won because it sort of ties all of this together. Video files converted to a podcast. So after receiving 2 solid reviews and having some experience, I landed a job that I was formally educated in, and in the exact niche that I knew I could excel in. I didn't join Upwork to be a voiceover artist. I joined because I knew I could help people with audio production, and I had to do a few odd jobs that were well worth the time and effort to get there. The rate is good, and it was what I was hoping to achieve when I joined the platform. But my main point is that the key to being a successful freelancer, at least from my perspective, is being resourceful and being nimble and flexible and expanding your skill set to prove yourself, especially early on. So my third contract was exactly what I had set out to do. But from there, I kept applying to things that I thought I might be a good fit for, and I did a lot of random stuff at the beginning. Like one time I recorded every note on a bass guitar. I was the voice of a couple of YouTube channels for a while. One was about anime. Before we begin, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below for more anime top 10s. And one was about fighter jets. And I soon realized that there was this important balance between realizing my skills and capabilities and getting out of my comfort zone. For example, as time went on, I realized that a lot of my podcast clients wanted help with videos for their podcasts, and I didn't know how to edit videos. And so I invested in myself, and I spent some unpaid time learning how to edit videos so that I could offer it to my current and future clients. And learning how to edit videos unlocked a massive part of the market for me. And in the beginning, I had to be honest with my clients and say, hey, here's where I'm at with the video stuff. And over time, I got to practice, and now I edit videos all the time, like the one you're watching right now. The jobs I got and the work I did was never consistently what I expected. And honestly, I love that. I love that freelancing broadens my horizons and incentivizes me to keep learning and to keep adding to my skill set in order to appeal to new clients all the time and to stay current and competitive. That's my story, take it or leave it, but let's talk about the pros and cons of Upwork itself. Okay, let's talk about the pros. There are definitely more than a few things on Upwork that make it a good fit for me. First of all, I trust that Upwork is going to help me resolve any issues that I have. If someone's trying to scam me, then I trust that Upwork will come in good faith and make it right. It seems to me that Upwork just has the best clients and the best job opportunities. Other freelancing platforms, in my experience, have given me cheaper, shorter, more transactional, and ultimately less meaningful projects. And I've had lots of long-term relationships with some of my clients I've met on Upwork that are going on right now and have been for years. If you've freelanced in the past, then you probably dread tax season. But Upwork has a great resource center, and I think they make taxes super easy. That's just my experience. I personally love the job success score and the badges system on Upwork. I love working towards something and building up my profile over time. I think my job success score and my top rated plus badge are massive achievements, and I'm really proud of that when I send someone to my Upwork page. Okay, cons. Upwork has a lot of talent and a lot of people bidding on jobs. You can expect to spend quite a bit of time finding the right jobs and applying to jobs, especially at the beginning. Connects, which you use to bid on job proposals, cost money, and that's not a good feeling when you're not getting those jobs and when no one's biting. It can be really upsetting when you spend a lot of connects on a job that you think is a really good fit and you don't hear back. But keep in mind that this is your business, and every business has expenses. The cost of connects also applies to the service fee, which, again, does not feel good. When I factor in how much it would cost for me to market myself and to track my invoices and chase down clients who haven't paid and to handle disputes and all of that kind of thing, the service fee starts to make a little bit more sense. For new freelancers, I would really recommend assessing your skills and looking into what you can offer, and then checking jobs available on the platform. See how you stack up to the demand. What people want from freelancers changes all the time, and with the educational resources that are available to you, I'm certain that you can adapt and fit those needs. Invest in yourself. Be consistent and reliable to people who are willing to take a chance on you. Your first 3 reviews are extremely important. Do whatever it takes to make sure you get good reviews on those. Be strategic with your connects. You're going to need to budget them. Don't waste them on jobs that have 50+ proposals, unless you're like weirdly perfect for it. Look for newer postings where you can be within the first 10 or 15 applicants. And that will require you to constantly be checking the jobs available and refreshing the page. Personalize every single application. Mention something specific from the job description. Try to infuse a little bit of personality. Explain your approach, but just be yourself. Generic copy and paste proposals are a waste of connects. And if it seems in any way that AI wrote your proposal, you are just wasting time and money. I would have never thought that I could work from home, editing videos on my own schedule. I love the flexibility and work-life balance that I have with Upwork. I have a toddler at home, and I get to spend most of my weekdays with her while mom is working, and I do my work at night. I am so incredibly fortunate to be able to do that, and I owe that to Upwork. So is Upwork worth it? For me, clearly, yes. But just like anything, you get out what you put into it. And to be honest, my journey isn't going to be your journey. Upwork isn't a magical solution. It's a tool. If you're looking for quick money with no effort, you'll be disappointed. Your niche matters, your attitude matters, and frankly, your timing matters. What worked for an audio guy during a pandemic might look different than what a graphic designer or a web developer can expect starting today. But the core principles are the same. Deliver quality work, build your reputation, and stay adaptable. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Are you already freelancing on Upwork? Are you thinking about starting? Let us know. Thanks for watching, and good luck out there. Now, go do some great work.